Hi and welcome to Dave Culinary. I'm Panita Dave, and today we are going to make lettuce wraps. It's one of my really favorite recipes. It's very healthy and we make it out of tofu. So let's jump right in and make our lettuce wraps. So this is a very forgiving recipe. You can use any ingredients that you have. The key is to prepare the tofu. So what I have here is a block of tofu, and I put a dish inside of a larger dish and then put tofu, put another dish on top of it, and then some weight. So that is going to help drain the tofu. And once the tofu is drained for a few hours, you take it out and you crumble it up into small crumbles, because that's what you need for making your base for the lettuce wrap. So now that the tofu is crumbled, let's prepare the sauce for the tofu. So the other ingredients, I have baby corns and I have bamboo shoots. Water chestnut is also welcome. So whatever you have, you can put whatever veggies you have into this. So there is no set guideline on to which veggies to put. So whatever you have, very forgiving recipe. Now for preparing the sauce, I'm adding my soy sauce here to a container. And to that same bowl, I'm going to add my balsamic glaze, which is sweet and sour. Soy sauce has a salty flavor to it. And then we are going to add a little bit of smoky flavor. So that was my liquid smoke. And molasses. I'm adding all black ingredients because we want that color in the tofu. But if you don't have any of these ingredients and you want to replace it with other flavors, you can. Molasses is essentially sugar, so you can add sugar, you can add lime juice for sourness, you can add chili powder or cayenne for the spiciness. I'm adding sambal here for spiciness, but you can use any ingredients. You want to balance the saltiness, the sourness, the spiciness, and the sweetness. So that's essentially what we are doing. I'm also adding a little bit of pink salt here for flavor. You can add black salt if you like. So that is also another option. And I'm going to add a little bit of ketchup to add a little more flavor to the sauce. And I think that is pretty much it. So all we have to do now is give this a stir. We're going to add a little bit of chaat masala. You know I'm a chaat masala fan. So we are going to mix it all well together. Chaat masala is optional. Black salt is optional. If you don't have these black colored ingredients for the flavor, you can add any ingredients that you like. Just balance out the sugar, the salt, the spiciness, and the sourness. So our sauce is almost ready. If you want it thicker, you can add a little bit of cornstarch to it. It's up to you. I'm just going to leave it like this. So our tofu and sauce is now ready. So you must be wondering, where are the ingredients list? So here is the ingredients list that I have created for you. So I hope you make use of it. So as I have been saying, this is a very forgiving recipe. So you can use or swap any ingredient that you like to match your taste. What you definitely need is tofu and lettuce. So what we have on ingredients is a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon of ginger paste, 1 teaspoon of chili paste or diced ginger and chili, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt or a pink salt, because soy sauce is already salty. You don't want to add too much of salt. 5 to 7 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of balsamic glaze or lime juice if you don't have that, 3 tablespoons of molasses. If you don't have that, you can use sugar or jaggery, 2 teaspoons of sambal or crushed red pepper, 40 to 50 drops of liquid smoke, 3 tablespoons of ketchup, 16 ounces of tofu drained, 8 ounces of baby corn, 5 ounces of bamboo shoots, 5 ounces of water chestnut, and I have used them in a diced form. That's how you want them. So I have diced my corn and bamboo shoots. If I had water chestnut, I would have diced that too. 4 to 5 stems of finely chopped cilantro. If you don't have them, you can skip them. 3 to 4 tablespoons of olive oil or peanut oil, half a teaspoon of chaat masala or black salt, and 12 to 15 leaves of buttercup lettuce. If you don't have them, you can use any leaves. So let's now go for the final prep. I have heated up a pan with some oil in it, and I added some cumin seeds to it. Here come my chili julienne and also the ginger and the tofu that we had drained and crumbled. So we'll add that, and we'll lower the heat. You don't want the tofu to burn, but at the same time you want to make sure it cooks well. If you see any bigger lumps, you can break them up at this point using your spatula, the way I'm doing it right now. So you can break up the tofu. Once it is of the right crumble size, we can add our rest of the ingredients. So we'll let it cook for a couple of minutes. We'll add our baby corn and the bamboo shoots. These are very finely chopped, almost the same size as the tofu crumbles. So you want to maintain the same size and consistency so that it really feels good when you're having it. And then let it all cook together for a few minutes. Remember, the bamboo shoots and your baby corn, I used them from a can, and they're already marinated with salt, so they have their own inherent saltiness. You don't need to add any salt for that. Alright, so now this is all warmed up and cooked for a few minutes, mixed well, and to this we are now going to add our sauce. Now there is a sauce that's available in the market, the Hussein sauce that a lot of people use in lettuce wraps. If you use that sauce, you don't have to spend time preparing it, but if you prepare it at home, you can adjust the flavor to meet your taste and you know what went into it. You don't have to second guess the list of ingredients. So that's why I like to make it this way, but if you like the one from the store, you can use that as well. We'll mix everything well together, let it warm up again for another couple of minutes. All along, maintain a medium heat. You don't want your tofu to burn. You don't want the molasses to settle at the bottom of the pan. So make sure you're stirring it well. And now that our wrap mix is ready, we are going to bring in our lettuce and add this mix to the lettuce. So it is steaming hot and our lettuce leaves are really cold. I pulled them out from the refrigerator. Now I did not have buttercup lettuce today, so I have romaine lettuce and the leaves are long. So instead of lettuce wraps, we are going to have lettuce tacos because the shape is different. But I like to garnish it with cilantro, so I did. But if you don't have cilantro, don't worry, you don't need to garnish it. We are now ready to make our lettuce tacos. All we have to do is take this chilled taco, one of it, and then very generously add our tofu mix to it. This tastes so delicious and it's so healthy and refreshing. I can just have lettuce wraps for my dinner, and it's a really light yet extremely delicious, and the cold leaves plus the warm mix gives you such a great combination. As I said, I did not have buttercup lettuce, so you have lettuce tacos, elongated shape, but usually it is a round shape. But look at how delicious that looks. I love these wraps. It's one of my staples for dinner. We all love it at our home, so I hope you make it and I hope you enjoy it as well. And if you do, don't forget to share this with your friends and family. And let us know how you liked it and how you made it. So those were our lettuce wraps. I hope you make them and I hope you enjoy them and I hope you like them the way we do. And if you do, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you in our next video. Till then, bye bye.